Every summer, young ladies from all across the United States and beyond travel to Pittsford to attend the Betsey Cox Summer Camp for Girls. The property sits just off Sangamon Road. It features cabins, a dining lodge, activity centers, a tennis court, working farm, garden, and pond on site for swimming. Lorrie Byron, owner and director of the camp, invited access in to see what camp is like for the roughly 100 girls who attend. In 1923, current owner and director of the Betsey Cox Camp for Girls, her grandparents, Leon and Eleanor Smith, purchased roughly 150 acres of land that the current camps, the Betsey Cox for Girls and Sangamon for Boys, sits on today.
My grandfather was involved with the Boys Club of America movement in the 20s, and so they started by building a boys camp. Then when my aunt married, they gave her this piece of land. She wanted to start a girls' camp that was based on the principles that the boys' camp had been built on, which was that kids needed free choice, they needed to feel empowered to make their own way in the world rather than being scheduled all the time.
Every day the girls have freedom and choice.
We have sailboats over on Mallett's Bay and one on Shipman Point in Brandon. But then we have a working farm, we have a riding program, an archery program, tennis, crafts, drama, pottery. We have a pottery. We run a garden for the kids to practice. There's soccer, tennis, as you can see. 15 different activities from which the kids can choose, each of 4 periods.
Sadie Mclish will enter 8th grade this fall. For the past few summers, she's traveled here from Denver, Colorado. The camp has history in Sadie's family. Her mother attended the camp as a child.
I love spending time with, or doing things that I usually don't get to do when I'm back in Denver. Like at the farm, I just get to hang out with like cows and sheep and ducks, and it's so fun because I don't really get to do that back in my hometown.
We live in cabins with around 6 to 7 other girls, and then you usually have like 2 to 3 counselors, and there's no electricity in the cabins, so you have to bring, your flashlights, your headlamps. But it's really nice because then, you get to experience the nature and stuff.
A big component of the camp is learning about diversity and other cultures.
I'm of a strong mind that kids function now in an international world, and they need to know what skills to have to be able to be comfortable as leaders. You saw our sign on the way in, future world leaders right here, growing and learning. So for many years now, we've collaborated with some international camping organizations to bring international staff here.
On most days, the camp houses 100 campers and 60 staff. With freedom and choice, the campers learn how to make decisions for themselves.
It really teaches you how to be independent. Like a lot of the camps that my friends go to, they're very structured. They have structured periods and free time. But ours, you get to decide what periods you want to go to and what activities you want to do, and you have free time, which is nice to like read a book or just hang out with your friends.
Because at home, it's more like you have these options and that's it. But here, you have such a wide range of stuff to do, which is super fun.
The girls live in cabins without electricity in close quarters with one another.
We have so many people from different places at camp. So for instance, a girl in my cabin's from Cambodia this year, and she speaks fluent English, but she's very different culture-wise. So it's been really interesting to see what her life is like at home. And it's just crazy because I've never been out of the country, yet I get to meet all these people from everywhere.
Another big difference for most campers is unplugging. This camp is tech-free. That's right, no cell phones, computers, or tablets at their disposal. The girls write letters to communicate or talk on a landline to parents if need be.
When you're really used to being plugged in, I'm always on my phone, always watching TV, and when you come here, you really have to notice what else is around you.
I am staying for 5 weeks this year, which means 5 weeks without my beloved cell phone. And I was really looking forward to coming to camp, more than my cell phone, so I didn't really feel super sad without it. But I remember my first year, it was just kind of weird, not being able to immediately grab it or have it on my body, and it just felt kind of weird. But after a while, it's just fine, and you feel really good.
Connecting with nature and talking face-to-face with each other rather than via text is a major win for these young ladies.
It really forces people to talk to each other, and then you get to know them better.
I just think camp is a magic environment, and there are camps that are magic like ours. I think we're unique in our wish to really create positive young women who are in charge of their lives.
Scholarships are available for Vermont kids interested in taking part.
It's very important to us to have Vermont kids, so we have scholarship money available for Vermont families, in addition to taking great interest in Vermont families that can't afford to pay what the fee is.
You can learn more about the Betsey Cox Camp by visiting campbetseycox.com.